excessive frustration could lead to nightmares.
Yeah. How grandma used to say it, they call it having a witch on your back. Or what they call it, what the actual term is, sleep paralysis.
Excessive frustration is sleep paralysis?
Yeah. Grandma, back then they would call it.
I was excessively frustrated at 13 years old. That's why that witch was right in my back.
See, you know the name, you know the term. But guess what? Think about it. What you're going through for you is a frustration aspect. You know what I'm saying? Your frustration for what you're experiencing.
So
something as simple as, yo, I can't pass a level playing fucking Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo. That's your level of frustration.
Killer Instinct.
Facts.
Great example. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome to the channel.
Screw that. Yo, how y'all
doing? Yo, host is back, Dre.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, this is Lamont, and I'm doing this right now. Yo, how y'all doing? This is the Good Neighbors Podcast. I'm Lamont. This is Dre.
I'm Dre.
Thank you.
This is Lamont. I like the start of this so far. That was a really good start, man.
Facts.
That was good. That was good.
We catch each other off guard, but we still hold it down to maintain.
Frustration, though. So speaking back on this now.
Yes, sir.
I did not know that. I did not know.
What you don't know? What happened?
I didn't know that frustration, like excessive frustration, that was like, you know, the witch riding your back, and that was all that.
That's that old school thing. You know, your grandma used to tell you things like that. The witch riding your back, and then you get older and realize what sleep paralysis is, and you be like, oh, that's those dreams you be having where you want to say something, and you can't speak or you can't move.
Yeah, I had those all the time.
You know,
not lately, but
you know, and you know, it's kind of crazy because, you know, like, don't sleep at the edge of the bed and things, you know, things your elders would tell you that you be like, okay, they said it, so that must
so
be
you
wrong.
was frustrated.
Yeah.
Because you're experiencing a change in your eating habit.
Yo, you bugged out for that one. Yo, you possibly bugged out, but or
I was just saying, you said it.
But have you ate today?
Yeah.
Are you hangry? Hungry/angry?
No, I'm good today so far. Like, I'm good, man. I'm out here making
hungry.
some spaka.
I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. Irritability. Avoid the people you are frustrated with.
Right. I think that's, you know, the chemical imbalance in your body makes you do that, you know. And then you kind of like realize, like, oh, let me try to level it out.
That's being frustrated. Like, so if I'm frustrated with you, I'm avoiding you because you frustrate me.
That will make sense.
So
that makes sense.
That's a sign.
So okay, if that's the case,
frustration.
Okay, so if that's the case, if you're frustrated with that person at that single solitary time, but you're no longer frustrated with them, do you still avoid them, or do you avoid them at that time?
That's a good question. I think you just avoid them at that time. But then do you actually go back and tell them that you were frustrated with them? I
don't know. I believe that's when you have to probably got to grow up here and actually say, because you have to understand, we talked about this before.
Me and Paul Miller do this type of stuff.
Bang. Yo. Shots fired. But guess what?
I just threw names out there. As soon as I said that name, it was like, sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, sometimes you got to...
That's the basic
Guess
one.
what?
He's a basic, so...
Sometimes you got to race.
Yeah, that's the basic one, so I know better now.
But I think it's more the fact that when you...
Yo, I tell you, that's a big thing right there with the podcast right there. I learned a lesson just now. I was like...
In the sense of saying...
Names is disclosed. Certain names have to be disclosed for certain purposes.
You want some real talk? Do you want some real talk? I'm cool. And I am how I am. But like Candyman, you say my name. That's when we bring them things out. You say my name, I pop out like Candyman.
See, that's when you just not say no names then.
There you go. Yo.
But no, seriously though, because like when I'm frustrated with there I go again. So when I'm frustrated with this person, right?
Damage is done. So we already know who you're talking to.
I know.
So when I'm frustrated with him.
So when I'm frustrated with this person, right? We won't talk, and then I will talk to him and be like, yo, I'm good now, da-da-da-da-da. We just XYZ just needed some time. Right. So that's why I say, do you, like when you're unfrustrated with the person, do you go back and do you tell that person that you were frustrated with them and then keep on moving with your day?
I think that's a safe matter. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you're dealing with certain people, you have to isolate yourself away from them. If it's that person, they might be like, what's going on? What's the issue? But you know what I'm saying? You have to figure it out for yourself. And then once after you figure it out, like, yo, this is why I bounced off, because this is what you did, A, B, C, and I didn't feel comfortable with that.
It's the communication part of it. I think that's
frustrated with
called
each other,
communication though. I feel like when you speak, it ain't like you said, it's growing a pair. To just say, listen, yo, this is what happened. This is why I was mad. I don't know if you're gonna do it again or not, but at this moment, that's why I flipped out.
I think,
this is why I kept my distance.
I think
or whatever.
At the time,
however you're exploiting your frustrations.
Absolutely. I think at the time, I think when you're at a certain time frame in your life, I don't think you should sugarcoat things, because when you're younger, you don't want to say certain things because it's going to get you in trouble.
You shouldn't sugarcoat, but you also shouldn't be,
I think,
brutally honest.
Oh, well,
we talked about that. With certain things, you cannot be brutally honest with certain things, dude. So.
But at the same time, I think it goes hand in hand with what the situation is.
But I understand what you mean though when you say sugarcoat. I feel like what I think you mean is like,
I'm sorry,
like in a relationship.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? What'd you say yesterday? A little white lie?
I mean, I don't find.
I'm sorry. Does that sound familiar?
I don't find nothing wrong with a little of that.
I'm sorry. Do a little white lie?
I'm just saying. But this is but that's different. But what I think what you mean by sugarcoat, like we at an age where you shouldn't sugarcoat anything. It's like, okay, if you like a person, or if you're in a relationship, if you know what you want at a certain age now, you're at that age now where you know what you want. But when we use the term sugarcoat, it for the most part it means you don't want to hurt the person's feelings. When we use the word sugarcoat, it's other aspects that goes with that. But when you say something like, yo, I don't sugarcoat anything, it's more in the aspect of hurting another person's feelings or getting another person out of their comfort zone or what they're used to. Yeah.
So it basically turns into, I would rather keep it minimum to the point where you would understand without being the aggressive aspect of saying, yo, I don't bang with you. I'm not talking to you because I'm going in this situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That really I don't know. That's probably like, cause now when I'm thinking about like sugarcoat, and I think of like say you really aggressive, and then you be like, yo, I'll say it how it is. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Like, but then everybody don't need that aggression though.
Right, but that's why I say it depends on how you. It's more of a deflection of how you feel towards. It's more of a deflection of how you actually feel, and you want to basically reciprocate it to the other person in the sense of, I am this angry or this upset, and I don't want to go 100% at you, so I'm going to basically keep it light in how I tell you whatever your issue is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of me saying like, yo, I don't blah, 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 boop, 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 and this is why. And it's something small or minuscule, and you may take it you probably feel like you want to take it to the next level, in the sense of how you're like you said before, the lashing out aspect. But it's not. I don't want to lash out at you and hurt you. I just want to say, I feel this way because this and this is why I'm backing off, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think you should tell somebody why you mad, and then just move forward. Especially if it's a person that you've been banging with for a while. Y'all should have that understanding and relationship where it's just like, okay, let it go, whatever.
I think depending on how strong
if you got to
relationship
start
is.
throwing some hands for certain things just to get it out the way and all that. That's
I don't know. Some
crazy to
people
me.
don't
That's how a lot of
understand.
people operate, but I don't want to operate like that. I feel like I shouldn't have to put hands on a friend. You know what I'm saying?
I think it
That's
depends
just
on
my
the situation. I think depending on your relationship.
That changes the dynamic of your relationship.
I don't think so.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't.
Yes,
I don't
it does.
think so. Because guess what? I feel that because you have depending. Okay, when we saying laying hands, there's a form of respect you have for certain people, and when you might care for the person, you might understand the person, you might love the person. But sometimes it's just like if you have a sibling. Sometimes you gotta get busy with your siblings for you to get your point across, for them to understand. If you're always the young sibling or the young family member that always got, you know what I'm saying? I won't say bully, but like kind of like looked down upon, and you decide to say, you know what, yo, stop playing with me like that. And they be like, yo, what you mean stop playing with you like that? And then I gotta put the pause on you and show you how I'm nice with these hands. And then guess what? You're like this.
I never fought my siblings.
You ain't gotta fight.
I never had to fight.
There's a difference between.
I never had to fight.
There's
any
a
of my
difference between
siblings.
fighting them and establishing who you are as a person. Because you gotta understand, just like even if it's friends, it goes with family members too. You have to let certain people understand that they're not going to walk all over you. So sometimes, I'm not saying fight them.
But like hemming up,
Like
and
yo,
stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's a great example.
I guess
if I gotta hem
different.
you up to let you know, like yo, stop playing with me like that. Your first reaction is this.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like squaring off. I'm talking about like putting hands on each other, like squaring off type.
I think if it has to get to that, especially family members, if it has to get to that point with family members, that's when you have to isolate yourself from them.
Or or a friend as a whole, and that's what I'm saying.
That's one
I
of it.
can't
That's
imagine.
one of it. If I gotta square up with you in general, we cool, we friends, we family. If I have to take it to the level of having to square it up with you, then that's when you kind of gotta be like, yo, maybe this is a little bit toxic.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you were saying that, like, yo, sometimes you gotta.
But you do. Sometimes
if I gotta if I have to square up with
putting
you,
hands maybe a little bit, but put hands and hemming up.
If me and you have to square up, podcast over. Just you never relationship. Just don't talk to me. I won't talk to you. I'm not squaring up with you.
I shouldn't have to.
That's what I'm saying.
I shouldn't have to.
That's crazy.
But if I have to, sometimes you have to understand. Because even when it comes to family relationships or friendships, certain things get maybe taken out of context or taken out of character. And so it may get to that point where it's not that I'm trying to hurt you. It's just the fact that I'm trying to show where you stand. And the words that I'm saying to you, it's not recollecting. You're not getting what I'm saying. So now we have to get to the aspect of basically, I won't say fisticuffs, but maybe a little wrestle. Or something, so not like I gotta throw blows, but like a little wrestle.
If you punch me in my face, friendship's over. I don't care. Friendship over. You punch me in my face, friendship over. We can wrestle, we can tussle, we can hem each other up.
Because now I feel like you're trying to actually put damage.
You could do all that. You put hands on my face, or if I do the same thing, friendship should be over.
I feel you on that one.
Case closed.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry. That's not for me as a
But that makes
defining
sense.
of a friendship.
Like you said,
You can
it's
argue,
like-
you can yell, you can scream, you can do whatever you
like
want.
we can tussle, we can rumble and everything, but once you decide to
put your
take that,
hands on my face, or I do the same thing to you, friendship is over. And that's what I mean, because that dynamic of
now you're trying to actually put damage.
1 year of friendship, 20-year friendship, 30-year friendship. You know, like even them friendships where you got that one guy or a female that's a drunk, but they're like that aggravating type of drunk,
Right.
where you wanna do something to them,
right.
and then you see like certain movies where the dude get drunk or they both get drunk and then something or in reality you see that, dude.
Take your drunk ass home. The first thing I thought about was Hoodlum when Bumpy was talking to his cousin, and he was like, "Okay, Officer Foley."
So
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, and that's that's a perfect example
Right.
of how you should handle it. Is how Bumpy handled that. Mm-hmm. Yo, listen, and he was a boss.
Yeah, right. And he told me to take us home.
And he was and
Now he could have did some damage.
Cousin was saying crazy stuff,
Right.
and he just like, go, just go.
Just go. Because if I have to,
Yo,
I don't want to rumble with you.
Make sure this dude gets.
I don't want to. I love you enough to tell you to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And in the sense of me telling you to go home, that's in the sense that I don't want to put my hands on you, and then it might escalate to something more drastic.
Yep.
So it's for me to tell you to go home because it can get real. Because that goes back to the frustration. There's certain times you just can't talk to certain people. Mm-hmm. Some people don't understand a conversation of a light talk. It has to get to the aspect of aggressive talk and then turn into hands-on aspects. You know what I'm saying?
So you are always frustrated. Now that I think about it,
I am not always frustrated.
Having trouble sleeping or experiencing other changes in your sleeping patterns. You don't even have a pattern. So you're constantly frustrated.
I am not constantly frustrated.
I
just hit my head on the microphone. That's magical. I'm not constantly frustrated because I know how to. I'll explain it like this: how I go.
Oh, I'm constantly frustrated.
You must have read something. What you got? Since I'm giving this to you right now,
so this
go
is
for
common causes of frustration: daily hassles, finances, interpersonal conflicts, relationships, stressful current world events, work-related problems.
Okay, if that's the case, then that means we all frustrated.
My God, when you look at this little list right here.
Okay, so now you look at
1, 2,
okay.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So now
5 or 6, I would be like, whoa.
Okay, let's go 6 for 6 in reality.
A current world event.
Because guess what?
COVID. Okay, COVID.
Not even COVID.
For me, it would be.
No, okay, let's go. You enjoy filling your gas tank up?
Yeah, that is a world event.
So guess what? It's 6 out of 6, right?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Our everyday life, small things affects our everyday life. I don't care who you are.
You found something so small in that current world event.
But it's true.
But it's true. I know, but
it's hella true. Because
I find it funny because of my theory in my head, how I look at things.
Because guess what? Everything, the normality that you're used to. Okay, check it out. Gas prices was low. You had no problem going to the gas tank, right?
Yes, I did. I still don't want to put gas in my car. Just
I don't think nobody do.
$2.
I don't care. But guess what? It comes with the price.
Yeah, you're right.
So you're living in a free and open society, a democratic, a republic society, not a democratic society. Let me put that out there because it's not a democratic area. This country was fought to create a republic society. Let me put that out there. the fact that we are having to do things once again that is out of our normal. Because guess what? When you were a kid and you hang with moms and she's driving around, you just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to worry about putting gas in the gas tank. You just being a kid. You in the back seat like this. I'm watching my mom go to the gas tank, but guess what? She's probably mad as hell going to that gas tank. Watching my dad.
When you think about it now, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on the area you live in. Because to be honest with you, I like talking to people. And
I don't.
Oh, I do.
I do. I'm lying. I just wanted to say that. Some feathers.
I enjoy talking to people. And I enjoy talking to older people. Because the more I talk to older people, the more I get a better concept of how they lived or who they are as a person. And if I talk to a person that's old enough that remember the Jimmy Carter era of when they had the big gas thing, because this is the first time.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be gas lines. Like kids used to be sitting in buses, and people used to be sitting in cars to get to the gas. And you know what? I appreciate you bringing up this conflict, because guess what?
I didn't bring up nothing. You brought this up.
No, I didn't. I was cool. I know what I wanted to talk about, but then you said frustration. So then this just started hitting
How
me.
you gonna say you know what?
I'm listening.
You know what you wanted to talk about?
I
but
did.
Then, but then you gonna sit
Because
there
I
and
wasn't
say,
ready for it.
Yo.
I honestly wasn't mentally ready to talk about that because I wasn't in the right mental mind state.
Oh, so now you feel better.
I actually do.
All right, that's good.
I actually do.
So say thanks, Dre.
I'm going to say thank you because I do that to you all the time when you do certain.
That's why I did that. That's exactly why I did that. Say yep. So say thanks, Dre.
Thank you, Andre. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. But we go through. There was a time. This isn't the first rodeo of people feeling a certain way of gas prices. If you look under the Jimmy Carter era, this happened before.
I mean, no crap. I mean, I'm pretty sure gas was what 30 cents at a time once upon a time.
Well, but you have to understand. You know, how long does things have to happen before you start to actually feel the pinch of it happening? Because guess what? We all do certain things where we just go along and get along. Mm-hmm. And then when crap hit the fan, a guy named Bill, I used to work with, Bill Key, used to say, when shit hit the fans ain't shit. And I was like, that's the greatest quote ever. You gotta think about it. When shit hit the fans.
I'm trying to.
When shit hit the fan, fans ain't shit. Because guess what? Shit still hit the fan, don't it?
Okay. See, little stuff like that, I'll be having to sit back and take some time to.
Don't worry, you're gonna hit me up later and be like, "Yo, I can't stand you. I get it."
I get
like
it.
This.
Yeah, that's why I say certain things like that.
Guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm probably gonna be playing Sega or Super Nintendo.
Because I'm sitting here like,
I got you, bro. Because it's true.
But it is.
You know, so this isn't the first rodeo. This is our experience of going through.
Okay.
What we're going through.
So
of our depression.
So you know why? Here's funny take. This is why I didn't understand that quote. Mm-hmm. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
I was raised to never say ain't. So every time I grew up and I used to say, I ain't do. What? You what? So when you what is analogy,
it? So something else.
So when you said the analogy, I'm like, when shit hit the fan, fans ain't shit.
So you went.
So I was stuck on the ain't. It was like, I don't know if I get that because
I feel what you're saying.
I can't incorporate.
It's not
ain't
processing as an actual word.
Yeah, because I can't incorporate ain't.
I understand that respectfully.
So I apologize.
No.
Because I sat there, I was like, yo, I really don't understand that, and I'm like, I get what you're saying, but I'm like, why didn't I understand that? And I understand why I didn't understand it. And it was that one word.
We're taught. Certain families are taught to speak correct vernacular.
Yeah.
And when certain things are said,
That's so funny though.
It doesn't register because even if you be like, ha, wait a minute, because your mind is like this, that's not an actual word. Or well, if that's the case, guess what? Our society is being dumbed down so bad, and our attention spans are being dumbed down so bad. With the actual verbiage, what actual vernacular of speaking correct, proper King's English. I think we had this conversation before. English is the hardest language to learn.
Yes.
Because
a couple days ago.
We did. Because there's so much slang that goes with the words you're trying to understand and to learn it. And I'm like, there's so many aspects of one word, it's hard to get.
Yeah.
So...
Gosh, what the hell was we talking about the other day when we were talking about that? But I can't remember. But that was like 3 days ago though.
Yeah.
That definitely was 3 days ago.
I believe so.
That was crazy.
And we just talked about that, you know. So.
But yeah, as soon as that word ain't, and I'm like, I can't.
I can't bang with it.
I'm not getting jiggy with that, yo. Shout out.
I cannot get jiggy.
Shout out to my auntie, man. Shout out to my aunt, man.
You're right because because my family members the same way. They do not like. They want you to talk correctly and speak. I won't say proper, but speak with some intelligence. Speak like you got some sense, as my grandma would say. You know, we are already coming to a world right now where everybody speaks slang, ebonics, whatever title or type of vernacular that you want to give, you know, so it's up to you to keep the ball rolling.
You're goddamn right about that one. But yeah, man, I'm happy though. I'm happy you're feeling a lot better though.
Oh yeah.
But it's crazy because I'll be frustrated too a lot. Like even right now, I get frustrated at work. I'm sick of working 12-hour shifts. It's old to me now. I've been doing it since like Jesus, 20 years now. It almost feel like now, and I'm 37.
Oh,
no. We're
just putting all kinds of business out there. I am a strong 21, and I am.
No, damn. So now
here.
I think about it, it's more like probably like 15 years then, not 20, like 15. Because that would have been 17. So yeah, about like 15 years. I've been working. That's kind of crazy because I feel like it should be longer than that. I feel like it's like 18 years. Since like 22. Whatever 22 was at that point from now on.
I think when you keep yourself so busy, you don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Like, how old are you? You be like, wait a minute. When you start going back and thinking, then you start going back and thinking how old you are.
Oh, that was 15 years ago. Yeah, so I'm just 15.
Okay.
Jesus. So how is that?
You'd be amazed what the mind can bring in and comprehend. You will be amazed. So that's the age we're going with?
Wait, because I'm still... Okay, I was right.
What's
About
that?
17, 18 years.
Okay.
So it was close to 20. Close to 20. Because my work schedules, I have never worked 40-hour shifts since I started like working. And that was about like 18 years ago.
Okay.
When I was like working consistently with no space.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? In between. So that was 18 years ago. So me walking into the work world, I've never worked less than 50 hours a week, which is kind of crazy. That's nuts. And I'm frustrated about that because I don't want to keep doing it. That's a lot of hours, though.
It is a lot of hours. And I understand that because I came from a background of just working until we told you to stop working. So when you work, your body would just be transgressed on just a continuous work effort. So when you just continuously just going like this, it becomes second nature. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of like, it's either you get indoctrinated with it or you fall back from it.
But it amazes me how the world worked though, because when you sit back and you really think about it, we all get programmed by whomever with this working crap, right? Work hard. You can work hard. Working hard
does working
not,
hard
work no listen to me. Working hard does not equate to working a lot of hours. And this is where a lot of us humans, we get things mixed up. When people say work hard or you got to work hard, that does not equate to working a boatload of hours.
When you
work hard, not smart. Work
harder, not smarter.
Is that the quote, or is
work
it
harder, not smarter?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So that sounds so funny when you say that too, like, because you got to be smart about how you work.
Because you have to understand.
I know, it's just when you sit back and you think about something like that, like, huh?
Because when you're working and you find a loophole in the task that you're doing.
Or no. Isn't it work smarter, not harder?
But what did we say before?
Work harder, not smarter?
Yeah, screw that. Yeah, we messed that all up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, that just don't sound right.
I was really about to make it. I was really about to break that crap down.
That just don't sound right.
No.
It's work smarter, not harder.
Right.
So again, but when people say hard work and dedication, like that term of hard work, that does not mean...
That doesn't equate, absolutely
that
not.
does not equate to a lot of hours.
That's one reason why I don't like when people say, man, I gave 120%, man. I did all this. I dislike when people say that too. I dislike when people say that because you go hard as you can to hit that 100%. All that extra, that 120 or whatever you say, you're burnt out.
Yeah.
So if you gave 100%, you gave 100%. I gave 120%. I did this. No, you didn't. Because if you did, you'd be burnt out. And whatever you gave in the beginning, everything else is just, guess what? It's a shit show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it basically goes into, putting as much as you can in at that moment of time when you, especially if you have a deadline. And we went back to this before, saying, of procrastination and everything. You'd be amazed how much work you try to put in the last minute. So you put so much work in the last minute.
Dang. I'm listening.
No, you got it. Because you did a whole little, I don't know, Victoria's Secret model like.
No, you just got to sit back and.
What the who are we doing?
No, because you got to sit. I'm just sitting back thinking like the whole aspect of what we just talking about, being frustrated. Why am I frustrated?
And then comes with a bunch of stuff.
How did I become frustrated? And how I became frustrated was me walking into the work field with the mindset of working hard to my best ability.
Right.
And really equating that with working, busting your butt and working a lot of hours.
Well, you understand it's a prevention of progress and success or fulfillment of doing something.
So I would like
you probably have your mindset on doing what you want to do. I'm coming in, I'm going hard, I know what I got to do. And you have that tunnel vision of that mindset. I'm going to do this.
So stop working a lot of hours.
And it's not even about working a lot of hours, because guess what?
You could
No, because you have to understand. Not everybody that works a lot of hours get frustrated.
That's what I was just about to get to.
Oh, you on the same wavelength.
So if
Appreciate that.
yes,
You're
so
welcome.
If you thank you. So if you are so if you are frustrated,
Right. What do you do to relieve that frustration?
one, calm down. Let's not get back into that. That's my intake, because I would like to give a take on the steps of dealing with frustration. But for me, my frustration, and that's why I was about to stop and say, I'll take that back. For me to eliminate some of my frustration, I have to decrease my work hours. That's me. So that's my way of the start to decrease my frustration. What is your way? What would be your way if you was sitting here thinking about anything that you frustrated about? Since you're not frustrated, so you probably wasn't thinking about a way to calm your frustration down.
No, I usually, you know what? I think it's a wave that you kind of ride. You have some people to do all certain kind of things to relieve their frustration. Some people,
you don't want to know what mine is.
Let's go. And you know what?
I can't say
you won't, but I will. You have some people that go into the aspect of pharmaceuticals. You have some people that go into alcohol. You have some people that go into sexual proclivities. You have certain people that go into negative aspects of retaliation, of aggression. There are a lot of ways that, people receive. There are some people that respond to frustration in certain ways to their best and their physicality of their well-being.
Yeah.
I put myself in a position of, I can't even explain it, to be honest with you. I think I relieve my frustration, me honestly, and I'm gonna keep 100% positive. I relieve my frustration by being around a bunch of people, and the reason why I say that is because, and I learned this being in the military.
That's deep.
And I learned this in the military, and I still go through this today. No matter how fucked up my situation is, no matter what I go through, there is someone that sees me or knows me. Why am I getting all emotional? This just got real quick.
I know. I was just asking a simple question of
but it's real.
You can do.
It's real. No matter what I'm going through, I enjoy seeing other people feeling a certain. I enjoy them seeing me and being like, I'm having a crappy day, and I say something to you, and it changes you.
Well, don't get a hard on next to me because I'm having a good day.
No, not even that. I was gonna say something, but I was gonna call you one of them boys and eat a bag of a bunch of something. I really was. But it's more the aspect of other people feeling a certain kind of way and helping them be the best them that they can be. I could be going through something, but as long as you're okay.
I just told somebody that.
And you see me or something, or I say something to you, you be going through something, and I be like, yo, blah 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 blah, and you be like, thank you, I appreciate that. That makes me feel a lot better, and I could be down bottom. I'm talking about Drag On, Rough Riders Volume 1.
Yo, I even enjoy, like, if I made somebody day by, like, the little smallest things, man. Like, those are the things too.
I think we
like,
all
need
that.
All that little stuff, man. All that little stuff.
I think it means a lot.
But I do understand what you mean, because I'm the same way. I get a different type of emotion when I'm helping or I'm assisting.
Yeah, because I can feel like crap.
See,
I can be like going through. I don't want to be up early this morning. I am going through that. But I see you, and I be like, hey, how you doing? Hope you have a great day. And it's like this. Thank you. That makes whatever that I had going on, it deteriorates it a lot.
Yeah, I'm a narrative game changer. That's what I like to bring to the table.
Ooh, I like that word, narrative game changer.
Yeah, that's me.
I like that.
That is me. I like to change the game with how people think with certain things.
I like that.
So if like help. Like I just said, I like to assist. I enjoy assisting people, because I that word help get thrown around in a negative aspect. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, because when just mind you, a lot of people say, I helped you. Remember when I did this and I helped? And it's like, boy. And so I don't like to say help because of those type of things. That's why I like to say assist.
I like that.
Because I get a passion of assisting you to making your life
I really like that word.
Either
really
go
like
100% or it remain 100%. You know what I'm saying?
I think when honestly, I think
so. I'm definitely that narrative game changer. I'm not.
I think when you hear those words from help to assist, I think that means a big difference.
Like golly, I forgot what we were talking about earlier at the beginning of this, and you mentioned something about what I was talking about, and I was in that same thing. I was like, "Yo, that's funny that you put the me on me."
Right.
Because I pull that on other people where it's like, yo, look for the smallest thing and something to at least make your day better.
That's something that you can pull from whatever that you had going on. If you just
woke up and had a crappy day from the beginning, you stepped on a nail.
There are certain people that you'll bump into that 360 all the way around. Mm-hmm. And you be like,
seeing them.
Yo, and you be like, I appreciate that. Thank you, I needed that.
Yo, what up? Yo, keep your head up. And then just keep it moving. And then you sit there like, yo, that's all I got left, man. It's just to keep my head up, man. And just keep them, like, literally keep my head up and keep
We've all been through crap shows.
So, yo, could you imagine that? Like, they telling you, yo, keep your head up, and they keeping it moving. And then when they leave you, and you sit back and you think like, yo, that's all you really do got is those two things.
Well,
so keep your head up, and then you keep moving.
The Most High put people in your place for a specific reason. You could be feeling like crap or going through something, and then He'll put somebody in your way or whatever. He'll put that block or that roadblock in your way to stop you from going into that big drop, to make you say, hey, let me go around. Because guess what? Now that I done came across this conversation, I got a chance to say, oh, there was a drop over there.
Yeah.
Let me go around. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be feeling like crap. You be going through something. Somebody can have a conversation with you. And then in that conversation, it opens up you releasing whatever frustration that you supposedly have had, and now you have a better view and a better overall aspect of the whole view of what you basically were trying to do. Mm-hmm. Compared to you, I'm upset, I got these horse blinders on, hey, what's going on with you? I'm frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And for some people don't like showing that they're frustrated, but there are people that can see and tell that you're frustrated. And when they see that you're frustrated, they know how to respond to you.
True.
And then they'll kind of like let you go. But then you have that one person that sees that you're frustrated, won't interact with you in the act of frustration, but will give you a conversation that will release that burden off you, and you'd be like, thank you, I needed that.
Listen, to add to that, they don't even need a conversation. Sometimes they can look at you and say, hey, everything will be all right. Don't worry about whatever it is. Whatever it is you got going on, don't let it get to you like that.
Absolutely.
And then you sit there and be like,
no.
What are you talking about? Like, I can see something is wrong. You're not even yourself. You're not even.
They see who you are, and can tell that your aura is totally different from how you usually act. Some people will be standoffish. Some people will be trying to figure out what the issue is. What is going on? Killer. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm the silent killer. I will if I'm just quiet,
Don't talk to me. I feel you.
just I don't know.
Because I'm the same way. Because like I said, I like to talk to people. But if I'm like if I'm going through something and I'm not talking,
that might be 4 or 5 hours. Just like
they're like this. Is he alright?
That's where you get the
Going local.
Yep.
Going postal.
Yep.
Yo,
okay.
I know.
Yo,
my
I feel like
I just wanted to get my stapler. I just want my stapler. My stapler.
That is so funny, dude.
My stapler.
See, look at that. 2 people that was
that movie.
2 people that thought they was frustrated ain't even frustrated. Was in denial, frustration. But so I don't know. This was a good one. This was a good day. This was a good podcast. I don't want to cut it short, but this has been a really, really good podcast so far.
I think we basically use this podcast
to vent off
and help our.
It's funny because
and release our
I was going to do that
frustrations.
already today, but I would like to give away a couple steps that you can help. That I feel can help fix some of the frustration in your life. And it actually helped me with some of the actions of my frustration. Some of these things helped me. Calm down. Like literally just take a step back. You can see this from work with me a lot. Sometimes I'm 80. Listen, I'm
to the max.
Listen, I'm ADHD. What do you call that when you ADHD but you ain't prescribed nothing? What do you call that when you know you something but you're not prescribed it? Whatever that is, that's me.
That's you.
I'm ADHD prone from the beginning.
Right.
I was the kid that needed the Ritalin. That's me. Because I can go from 0 to 100 in like a weird second.
That's us, man. We are that pink chip eating generation.
But calming down though.
Pink chips.
I had to take some steps back, dude. Shut up. I'm very vocal. I'll say certain things and people be like, whoa. So certain things I have to stop saying before I, clear your mind. I don't know how you can do that.
I think that's more of an aspect of you have to
figure that out on your own.
You have to separate yourself from whatever the situation is and put yourself in a position. I don't know how that can work at work.
Yeah.
But separating yourself, well, I do. Separating yourself in the aspect of going in your vehicle and calming yourself down.
And then coming back to
and then going back. That would be the best thing that I can think of in that aspect, to be honest.
Another one, see, and this is where we were talking about denial, frustration. I actually wasn't in denial. You was in denial. Now that I think about it,
I was in denial.
You was the one in denial. But I am a true believer of this one, and that is admitting your stuff. If you know you got daddy issues,
bro, this is what we did.
Say it.
I can't.
If you got mommy issues, just say it.
Nope. Keep going.
These are the first things
we talked about this the last episode.
This is the
that
first.
That means that
stuff.
I have to actually put myself in the position to know that not only am I wrong.
You don't gotta tell nobody it though. You can tell it to yourself.
Okay, so
tell it to a mirror. Tell it to something. But okay.
Tell it to the actual person. This is the reason why I'm going through what I'm going through.
Certain people just don't deserve that conversation.
That's aggressive, cuz.
I'm sorry.
That's aggressive.
I'm sorry. Certain people don't deserve that type of conversation. For me.
But how else will you heal if you don't have that conversation? Isolating yourself from not going into that and talking to that person?
No, you can admit what your issue is, and
no, as long as you say it. This is what I feel. This is what happened. I told you. Now, if your response isn't the response I am looking for, because it seems not only nonchalant, But as if a devil may care attitude, then guess what? I can't bang with you no more. I have no problem kicking you to the curb. Because once you have to understand, us as a people, once we open ourselves up to any person, you're vulnerable. I am going to either accept that this is who you are, or I am going to use that to my advantage.
I'm just trying to sit back and think though, because
if I tell you I'm going through this and I'm this, and you look at me and you be like, all right.
So, again, so I understand where you're coming from when you say talk to that person. So if you do that and they do that,
yes,
one and done. See, this is the type of life I've grown to become now as a person.
You have to, especially if you're an adult.
And this is why that's why I say some people don't deserve that, because I jump past that part, right?
No, but I think it's not that they don't deserve it, but it's for your own personal peace.
Okay, let me reiterate it then.
If you did something to me when I was younger, and I find out that you did this to me, and then I respond that this is how I feel that you did that, and then you look at me and you don't explain, you don't have no remorse, then guess what? I cut you off. I cut you off. Because you don't see a problem with it. This goes back to not only humbling yourself, but this also goes back to having some type of discernment of knowing who you are and realizing that you are a person that has been through things. And if you realize that other people go through things, if they're not on the same wavelength that you are, and seeing that forest from the trees, and they don't want to acknowledge it, but then guess what? I can't deal with you, because guess what? No matter how old you are, no matter your race, color, or creed, you don't want to change. And due to the fact that you don't want to change, I can't bang with you. And if I can't bang with you, now guess what that means? I look at you as a knot. Now I look at you as there's a problem, because you won't realize that there is something wrong with you, because I realize that there's something wrong with me.
So let me cut you off right there to rebuttal what you're saying, right? Because as I'm reading this, because I was about to agree with you for a little bit through a little bit. You have to think realistic, right? Mm-hmm. That's one of the things of trying to recover from frustration or whatever like that. Thinking realistically,
right?
And this is like if making a phone call, agreeing to begin with therapy, starting to take a walk. So pretty much it's thinking through realistic options. If I know that is not an option for me to talk to you about whatever I'm frustrated about with you, and that's going to make it worse, that is me relieving my frustration, I feel like. Because you don't have that. I'm not giving you that luxury of making me more frustrated, because I already know you don't understand where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from when I say you don't have that luxury of me explaining to you why I'm frustrated.
Absolutely.
To an extent.
To an extent. But so what you're going through and what you're expressing.
Yeah. Because
and if I tell you the reason why I'm frustrated and why I'm going through this, and you don't understand that aspect of my frustration, you just look at me as just that's something that you have.
Because what if you frustrated with beating a dead horse? You see what I'm saying?
Okay, guess what? If you're beating a dead horse,
you stop.
When do you realize that you're beating the dead horse?
And then you stop doing it. So again, you telling somebody something over and over and over and over.
No. There's no over and over. There's no over and over. The fact that I actually came to the table to realize the situation that I put myself in, and I'm explaining that to you.
But this is what made you become frustrated.
No.
Explaining over and over again.
No. After I tell you, and you don't follow what I was saying to you, after I don't open myself up, because you have to understand, us as humans, we have a big issue with opening up to people.
Yes.
Showing our weakness towards people, because some people would use that weakness against us.
That's why I don't say shit to nobody.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It's not even about saying nothing to nobody, because guess what?
Oh shit.
Because guess what? I believe that certain times that you open up yourself to certain people, they understand you a lot more, and they know which level and which bridge to cross with you. If you, I'm not saying everyone.
I met one person.
I'm not saying everyone.
I met one person like that so far.
We're not gonna get into that, because that was a shit show. Because I opened myself up to you and I let you know, and you
Wait, it was a shit show with the person that understand, the one person that understand me?
No, it's a shit show and me opening up to you, and you're using that against me to prove a point to someone else.
Yeah.
Because I put that into you as in an affection aspect, and then you use it against me to prove a point, not knowing I didn't give you consent to use me as a focal point or a foundation of what you're trying to explain.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm in the vicinity of that happening.
Yeah.
Because I'm like this, hey, yo, what you doing? That's a conversation between me and you. Boo, boo, boo happened, and I told you, don't use that against me to prove your point, and I'm still right here like, hello, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have to understand that when you open yourself to someone, it's to show them not only just your vulnerabilities, but to show which lines you can cross with them. If I know you had this going on, I'm not going to say a certain thing. Mm-hmm. Depending on the relationship I have with you, because like I told you, I come from a military kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So certain negative aspects, it's not negative to certain people. Mm-hmm. It's more of a joking aspect, but for certain people, that's overboard, and that's it for them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So for certain people, you know, when you're showing your frustrations, I don't know, you talk to them, you let them know what your frustration is, and then if they understand it or reciprocate that same energy towards you and won't cross that line with you, I think, you know, it's a difference. But then if I tell you what I gotta have going on and you kind of use it to my advantage, that's when I can't bang with you. I'm sorry, I was long-winded. I'm sorry, bro.
You're right, though. You're right, though. Because
definitely my bad.
That's why the next one is allowing yourself to enjoy being done with is frustrating you. That's why I let go now. So simple. I let go of a lot of stuff fast now.
No, it's crazy. That's crazy because
not everything.
No,
a lot of stuff I'm starting to get
because think about it. Think about the path that you're on. Think about your path that you're on and what you're reading, and you're coming into a fruition of ways of clearing your frustration.
Because
and then the other person has no idea.
You got so much,
and they're looking at you like this. Now they're looking at you like you're crazy, and we're going through the steps of you trying to better yourself and clean yourself of frustration.
Yeah.
So do I gotta sit down with you and explain, hey man, this is what I read and this was, do I have to do that with you?
No.
Should you understand what I'm saying?
No.
So when I cut you off and I'm not dealing with you, are you looking at me like, yo, they don't man, they think they better than so and so? No.
But that's not for me to understand any of that. That's why I say
sometimes you have to.
That's why I eliminate even the thought. Yo, I used to think about how people would think about me if I stopped rocking with people. Man, but I'm a good person, but would they think I'm a bad person if I don't like them because they're a bad person? I don't give a flying crap anymore what you think. If I want to distance myself from you, I am going to distance myself. And if I can give you an explanation of why and you can understand it, I don't know what to tell you.
Be prepared from my.
I don't know what to tell you.
Be prepared for what I give you when I tell you. Be prepared, because guess what? The things that I'm going through and the reason why I kind of like shied away from you or cut you off or whatever you want to call it, there's a whole thing that goes with that. Now, when I tell you that, if I choose to tell you that, it's how you respect it or you don't. So you can't get mad at that.
Exactly. So, I don't know, man. So those is my little couple of ways of getting rid of frustration. So, and I do actually act on some of the stuff that I've spoke on and read.
I think we all do.
And reiterated.
It's just the point that you have to admit.
Be
that
consistent
you are
about acting that, and be consistent on the way you handle and recover and do things. I honestly feel like consistency is the biggest issue in the world also.
Sorry.
So about what?
Not being consistent.
Oh, no. We are not.
I had to put that out there.
Yeah, but we are not consistent about a lot of different things.
Right.
About a lot of stuff. But it's being consistent to making whatever you want in your life, right or wrong or whatever. It's just you have to just be consistent about it. You know what I'm saying? So if you no longer want to be depressed and frustrated or whatever the case may be,
what are you doing?
Find a way that will make you decrease and remove that, and then consistently do that so these things can no longer remain
or affect your
afloat.
life.
Yes. So
that makes a lot of sense.
that's just my take on it.
No. You 100% right.
So,
because I'm frustrated, you frustrated. We might not show it. We frustrated with gas prices. We frustrated with things going on in the world. We're frustrated with,
especially gas prices, because y'all making me out here having to do something strange for a little piece of change.
Man, I ain't even saying nothing, bro. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Me neither. But yo, we about to get up out of here, man. It was a pleasure, dude. I feel a lot better today. I actually feel a lot better with a lot of different things today. I got some stuff done. I was worried about a little bit of different things, but I'm actually happy today. I hope y'all all enjoy y'all day. It's Mother's Day coming up, man. So all mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I don't know when this will be coming out, but
happy Mother's Day,
if
Regina.
This is coming out before or after, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We love you. Happy Mother's Day to my mother, all my mothers, my
moms,
grandmother,
grandmas, great grandmas. I'm blessed to have at least 2 grandmas. I'm blessed with that one.
So
you know,
I'm about to get up out of here. It is. It's been a pleasure. It's definitely been a pleasure today, man. So please, everybody, remove the frustration out your life. If you are frustrated, please, there's no need to be frustrated. There's nothing in this world that's
worth you being the best you that you can be when you push towards what you need to do.
Yeah, it ain't worth being frustrated, man. So please, y'all, just live your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy everything that's coming to you. And if you're frustrated, move it out your way and keep it pushing, all right?
Stay humble, stay hungry, stay humble.
Peace. Till next week, man.
Peace.
All right.